If you've ever wondered how to make your first $100,000 online, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this step by step. And if you're wondering why you should pay attention to what I have to say, instead of watching a cute cat video, my name is Fred, and so far I've made thousands of dollars per day with my business working from home in my bathrobe, which is literally just over there. About 90 to 95% of that is profit that goes in my pocket. So I do know a thing or two about making money remotely. The first thing you need to understand is why making $100,000 is not that big of a deal. Now I know it sounds crazy when I say it like that. It might sound insensitive to some people, but I grew up in a lower middle class family. It's not just about the money, it's about what it means. Once you make that first 100 grand, you've proven something important to yourself. You've shown that this isn't just a side thing you can do for fun or a little extra cash. It's a real business, a money printing machine. And when that clicks in your head, everything changes. You start treating it seriously. You stop wasting time. You stop jumping around to new ideas every 5 minutes. And the best part is, you now know what works, so you can do it again and again and again. Making your first 100 grand gives you confidence, and it gives you proof. That's why it matters. Now, here's what most people do wrong. They try to sell cheap stuff to lots of people, like trying to sell $5 products or random products to 20,000 strangers. That's exhausting. Instead, I want you to think about selling something valuable and expensive just to a few people. Imagine selling a $1,000 solution to a problem people really need help with. You'd only need to help 100 people to make $100,000. Even better, if your product or service is $2,000, you would only need 50 customers. That's less than 5 customers per month in a year. That's way easier, right? And that's exactly why selling something high ticket, meaning at least $1,000, is the smartest way to make money fast. You don't need a huge audience. You just need a good offer and a handful of people to say yes. So how do we go from there? Step 1 is to choose a market. That just means choosing a group of people. People who have money and a clear problem that bothers them a lot. Think about someone who has a big toothache. That pain is so bad, they will do almost anything to stop it. That's the kind of problem you want to solve. Something that's urgent and painful. Let me give you some examples. You could help coaches who don't know how to get customers, business owners who want to grow but feel stuck, people who want to find the love of their life, get in shape, or overcome an addiction, or be more productive, or get their dream job, etc. These are all groups that really need help. And yes, you can help them, even if you're not some fancy expert with tons of degrees and qualifications, because you don't need to know everything. You just need to know enough to help someone get a result. Now, once you've picked a group, you need to figure out what they're struggling with, what keeps them up at night, what would they pay to fix. And here's the cool trick. You don't need to guess. You can use tools like ChatGPT to do your homework first. Just ask it questions like, what are the biggest problems for beginner coaches? Or what do people who want to find the love of their life typically struggle with? You will get a list of pain points and goals. You want to write them all down, because ChatGPT will pull that information from all of the internet, all the videos, articles, queries, and forum it sees. So it's real people who said those things. And then think about how you could help. This is like gathering puzzle pieces. Soon, you'll be able to see how they all fit together. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots fill up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. Now we're at step 2. This is where you create your high ticket offer. That's just a fancy way of saying you build a solution that solves people's problems and you put a price on it. But please, don't just guess what people want. Go talk to them. Seriously, send messages to people in your chosen market. Ask them questions like, hey, what's been the hardest part of growing your business? Or if you could wave a magic wand and fix one thing in your life right now, what would it be? These conversations are pure gold. You will hear the real words people use, and that helps you build something they actually want because they will tell you, not just what you think they want. So many entrepreneurs make the mistake of selling what they think people want, but that can keep you broke for years. You have to be careful. Now, when you create your offer, make sure it focuses on a transformation. That means it helps someone to go from point A to point B. Like, I will help you lose 10 pounds in 30 days, or I will help you get your first 3 clients in 1 month. That's way more powerful than saying, you get 10 calls and some PDFs. People don't care about that stuff. They care about the result. You want to price your offer based on the value of that result. If you help someone, for example, to make $10,000, charging $2,000 is more than fair. You shouldn't feel weird about that. You're solving a real problem, and that's worth a lot of money. You have to understand that great salespeople don't sell products. They sell futures, outcomes, and dreams, and they link them to a particular product. That's the real difference between a top closer and an average one. When you're truly good at sales, you're not talking about coaching calls, PDFs, or weekly Zoom sessions. That's what mediocre salespeople focus on, the deliverables. But nobody is actually interested in purchasing a coaching call. They want what that call can help them achieve. A great salesperson paints a clear emotional picture. For example, say you were helping people with weight loss. You'd focus on them being able to play with their kids longer because they're no longer out of breath, watching them grow up because they've bought back their time and they will live a longer life, feeling confident in the bedroom or at the beach because they finally love how you look. That's what people are really buying. Transformation, not information. Next up is step 3. Now, you need to get people to see your offer, not by running ads right away, and definitely not by posting a link and hoping for the best. You need to start conversations. This means using social media to talk to real people. You don't want to spam people or to pitch. Just talk, ask questions, be curious. If someone seems like a good fit, invite them to a call. That's it. Your goal is to book 5 to 10 calls every week. You can do this manually at first. Later, when you're making money, you can hire someone to help or use tools to speed it up. But in the beginning, it's just you, reaching out and building real relationships with people, with potential customers. So now we're at step 4, sales calls. This is where you make money. Now, you shouldn't be scared of sales calls. They're just conversations. You're not trying to trick or manipulate anyone. You're just trying to help. Remember that. Sales calls work way better than sales pages. Like way better. A good call can convert 10 to 40% of people. A sales page might only convert 0.2% of visitors into buyers. On the call, your job is to ask questions, find out what their pain is, understand what they really want. And if you see you can genuinely help them, show them how your offer can help them to get there. That's it. If they hesitate, talk it through. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they've tried stuff before that didn't work. Your job is to listen, guide, and be clear about how you can help. And if you can't help someone, just be honest. Step 5 is delivery. Once someone says yes and pays you, you need to help them to get the result they want. And here's the best part. You don't need to build the whole thing before you sell it. In fact, please don't. That's how people waste time building stuff, especially online courses that nobody ends up buying. I know I made that mistake years ago. Sell your thing first. Then build it while working with your first customers. That way, you're building something based on real feedback you can deliver in a few ways. There's digital products like online courses. You can even use AI to help you build them rather quickly. Another way is live coaching. That just means hopping on Zoom and helping people one step at a time. Or you can do it for them. That's also called a done-for-you service. Now, if you choose that path, you can do the service yourself, or you can use freelancers or AI tools to do the heavy lifting. Pick the one that fits you best. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots speed up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. Now we're at step 6. This is where you take the money you've made and use it to grow. Don't go out and blow your first $10,000 on a watch or a vacation just to flex. Use it to hire help, to invest in ads, to get mentors, get someone to book calls for you, get someone to help you get customers, build a small team, nothing crazy, just enough to free up your time so you can focus on growing. You want to do more of what works, less of what doesn't. This is also when it starts to make sense to go to paid advertising. But don't do that at the start. Only do it once your offer is working. Then, and only then, you can run paid ads to scale even faster to near infinite levels. Because you know people want your stuff and it sells. So now we just need to amplify it. And finally, here's the most important thing I'll say. Stay consistent. I know it's not a sexy thing, but it's the truth. Most people lose and never break free. They never quit their job. They never make more money. Not because they're dumb, but because they quit. They try something for a week, get bored, and start something new. Don't do that. Do fewer things and do them better. Focus on real conversations. Focus on solving real problems. Forget about the tech. Forget about making things perfect or complex. Perfection is the enemy of progress. I would know because it wasted 7 months of my life I spent procrastinating instead of just getting started. Just show up every day and help people to the best of your ability. So to sum it up, you choose a group of people, you solve one of their painful problems, and you offer a solution. You talk to them, you sell it, and then you scale. By doing more of what works, less of what doesn't, and using paid ads. That's it. You keep it simple. The only way to lose long term is to stop. Now, I know that a minority of people are going to take action and stop at nothing to win. If that's you, then click on the link in the description below, because I've made a video where I explain how I've been able to make thousands of dollars per day with my business working in my bathrobe, and most of it is profit. And right now, we're also offering free strategy calls with me or a member of my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less. But be quick, because spots fill up extremely quick, and pretty soon we'll have to take that video down. So click on the link in the description below. And with that said, I'll see you on the other side.